Hey yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Clutchins coming at you with another Hunter Diaries video. This is episode 3 of our journey with this Hunter and Miss Pandaria classic. Having a ton of fun playing the Hunter. As you can see, we're at level 50 in this video. Give you a little update. I think he's still at 53. So we're trekking along. I haven't been playing him much. Been busting these busting. Oh my gosh, dude, that sounds so bad. But I've been grinding on these videos, man, trying to make sure that the quality is up to par for you guys. I know video quality could be better. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and I'm just grateful that I'm able to even record with this computer. Poor old Betsy. I'm running a laptop. If you guys know, I'm running on like a this old, not old, but it's a Predator laptop, and I've had it for a few years now. It's been with me through thick and thin, and I love this thing. It is a beast, and it is holding up, and it's doing its best. So I love her. We'll take good care of her, and I'm gonna keep her as long as she runs. I mean, I still have my first computer that I built back in, oh my gosh, dude, maybe like 2012 ish. I still have that thing. Maybe I should just bring it out and see what it can do. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video for you guys. It's been a minute, and I wanted to make sure that everything is up to par with you guys. Hope you're doing well so far, and let me know in the comments below what other content you like to see. I think right now with these Hunter Diaries, I'm receiving some positive feedback on it. Trying to do my best with the uhs and ums, so bear with me as we move along with that. Now, I wanted to get, oh yeah, dude, look at this, man. I try to change up the camera for these runs, just to see the buildings on fire. You got the zombies coming at you. It is such a blast to play this dungeon again. I almost forgot about it. If I didn't do this whole leveling again, I would have completely missed out on this fun, and I was, that's the main part. I was just having so much fun with it. I was joking with you guys when I was talking about how casual I am with the game. I don't know much about the lore of World of Warcraft, but what I can tell you is that I love the game, and my actions speak for itself. So I think that's enough for that's enough right there. So I love the game, and I appreciate the architecture, the time that the game developers put into it, and it's just a ton of fun. I love the artwork. If I could, my whole room would just be dedicated to World of Warcraft and everything about it. Such a fun game. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. Look at that, dude. The fire. You got the clouds. Everything's red. Oh yeah, that's right. I was losing. I forgot, dude. It just happened right now. That happened to me. That always happens, man. Like, I just enjoy the scenery, and then I forget about my group actually needs help downing these guys, and I turn around, and this always happens. So if we ever play with each other, just know that if I'm looking the other way, I'm just enjoying the scenery. I'm just happy to be here. I'm that guy in the group, whether it's raiding, PvP, whatever it might be. I'm just happy to be here, man. Everyone's all serious about the rated battlegrounds or just raiding in general, and you know what? I get it, dude. I get it. But I'm just happy to be here. You know what? People will be like, yo, Clutch, we're going to need you to stun these guys, do whatever I got to do. And I'll do it for the team. I'm a big team player, man. That's why I think that's a big reason why I love this game. It is big on team, and I'm all for it. That's why when it came to retail and the delves, and yeah, I think you could add people to delves, right? In Miss Pandaria, I think it has a challenge mode, which I had no idea they had that to begin with. My buddy JJ was talking about it, and it's something about solo gameplay, which is great, but I spend enough time in my room on my own doing my own thing. I enjoy my alone time, and I want to be able to connect with people, and that's going to be through video games. That's the best way for me to connect with people. When I'm at the gym, I tend to just put my headphones in, work out, do my thing, and I don't talk to anyone, dude. Man, anywhere I go, I really don't talk to anyone, which that's on me. I need to do a better job. But in World of Warcraft, dude, I'm totally different. I'm a social bug. I want to talk to everyone. Maybe that's just my true inner self. It's just in person, it's a lot more difficult for me. So if you guys see me in public, just bear with me, okay? Just kind of like approach me softly, I'm really easy to pet. I think I heard that on the Theo Vaughn podcast where he mentioned to himself that someone told him that he was hard to pet, and I didn't get it at first, but now I'm like, oh, I get it now. But I can be easy to pay. Just guys, start off gentle. Don't come at me like wild animals. All right, so we're in the game right now, Market Row, downing these guys like nothing. I'm having a blast. I know in my previous video we were in Stratholme. I think that was in another section of the dungeon itself, which I think they did a phenomenal job dividing the dungeons into different dungeons. And it's just a ton of blast. I remember in Season of Discovery, which if you guys haven't had a chance to check out Season of Discovery, I think the hype died a lot, it died down. I believe it was, how do I put it? It had a special place in WoW. I thought it was a ton of fun. It gave me like private server vibes, but at the same time, it was the actual game. Now, I have buddies that, want me to do private servers, and I've played on private servers before. I know what they're all about. Well, I don't know. I mean, I try to stay open about it, but I got a good gist of what they're about, and it's just not the same. I'd rather play the real thing, man. But you know what? To each their own, right? So I just let them do their thing. But with Season of Discovery, I played the Druid. Never before had I played Druid, and when I was streaming, I let the chat pick it, the race, the class, everything. We ended up with the Night Elf Druid, and lo and behold, I enjoyed it so much, man. It was a different type of gameplay for me, switching in and out, shape shifting, things like that. And I played Feral, and it was so much fun, man. I had a ton of fun playing it. I was fortunate enough to get into a guild that helped me raid, and we got some great gear out of it. And it was just a ton of fun. And that was a great guild, by the way. I forget the name of the guild, but they were so good at communicating with each other. It was an ultimate team. They talk about video games not being a sport, but dude, if you were to be in that chat, you would know for a fact like this game involves and requires proper communication, and that's what makes the game so much fun. I don't think people in the outside world really understand that. They just see us on the computer tapping some keys on the keyboard, but dude, there's so much more to it, and I love it, dude. It's so challenging mentally, I guess, and I love it, man. But yeah, Season of Discovery. I mean, we played, what was it? Molten Core. Molten Core was so fun. And then when we got into AQ was pretty fun. I didn't really enjoy it as much. I didn't enjoy the gear. I think that's what it was. The gear itself was just not as physically appealing. Is that what I'm thinking? It just wasn't appealing, man. Like for Druid, the gear looked awful, dude. But there was no transmog in Season of Discovery, so whatever you're wearing, that you know what? That's what you're wearing. And that's something that I had to come to terms with, but had a ton of fun with it still. Feral Druid, it's a different ball game, man. I wish I could play it more. It's just that my time was up with it, and I'm glad that I was able to be with friends and be with people who really enjoyed the game and took it serious when it came to the rating, which, like I said, I'm that guy who's just happy to be here. But when it's time to focus, when it's time to, go to work, we go to work, baby. Okay. There's a time for fun and there's a time for work. Okay. And we are working. Okay. When it came to the rating, ton of fun, man. Let's see. I think we're approaching this doorway here, the Crusader Square. I don't know much about the Scarlet Bastion. I'm sure I just lost the point right there. Coming in, I think I was doing pretty well with DPS right here. I know it's only low levels and the DPS meter doesn't really matter. But you know what? It matters to me. Okay. I think I did pretty well for the main part. These were all low levels for me, so there was no reason why I shouldn't be top DPS. But this tank was doing pretty well. But there I am up top. There we go. As it should be. Ooh, okay. Those righteous orbs. Okay, in Season Discovery, those were big money. I think because of the Crusader enchant, you get one of those puppies and you're pretty rich. So I went with that, and that was a ton of fun, man. Man, I don't know what happened to Season of Discovery. It completely died off. I mean, I asked my buddy JJ because he's the one that got me into Season of Discovery. And I asked him, "Hey man, is this still hyped up? Like, what's going on?" And he straight up, he was like, "Nah, it pretty much died down." I don't know what happened. I don't know what they were planning on doing with it, but they were on the right track. I really thought they were on the right track. It felt like classic. It's just, like I said, it was kind of like private server kind of vibes, like barely. I wouldn't say you still had to get a bunch of add-ons because everyone knows when it came to classic, the game wasn't really quote unquote complete, right? You still had to get a bunch of add-ons for everything and anything, but you know what? That was part of the experience, right? So it still felt like that. You still had to pay your dues, get the gear and everything. It's just that when it came, like for example, for like paladins, I think you got, what was it, Crusader Strike? They gave you Crusader Strike, whereas classic, you pretty much had Judgment and, man, I can't even think of the other abilities, but they gave you more abilities in Season of Discovery, which actually made the quality of life a little bit better when it came to some of these classes. And when it came to Feral Druid, I didn't know much about the shape shifting. You know how like with Feral, you had to go in and out just for what was it, energy? Was it energy they used just for that to regenerate a proper way? I'm sure you experts know out there what I'm talking about. That was new to me, and that was at first I thought it was annoying. I was like, dude, I got to keep doing this to be able to keep up with DPS. But once you get the hang of it, once you get the rotation down, it was starting to get really fun. Like I said, this game is mentally stimulating. So the fact that I was having a challenge with it at first made me want to play it more and figure it out, because there was no way I was getting to level 60 and not being able to figure this out and not being able to produce at top DPS levels that I should be producing in, because the guild deserved to have someone like that. Right? It came down to what will best serve the guild, and me at DPS was definitely one of them. So I was, like I said, I'm very grateful to be able to play with those guys and have a blast. Looks like we're approaching about 5 minutes left in the video. Looks like we're getting into this, what do they call it, the Bastion. I thought this was a cool section of the dungeon. The fact that I'm able to come in, fight some undead, team alliance, as some of you may know, though, I did start off with Horde, so I'm not all Team Alliance, but you know what? We bleed blue right now. And just come in, fight some undead. I'm not sure if I'm using the right term. I'm not sure if these are actually Horde, or I don't think they're Horde. I could be wrong. But just having a blast, man. Having a blast with this game. You know what? Something that I did come across the other day when I was making these videos was the fact that my son was watching me play, and I was riding around the horse, and he was like, oh, he's 2 years old. Okay. Just a little fun fact. I'm a dad, and I have a little boy. His name is Lil Clutch, and he comes into the room. Actually, he was taking a nap, and he woke up, and he saw me playing World of Warcraft, and he looks and he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, bud, just playing some WoW. I just call it WoW and keep it simple for him so he understands. He's like, oh, you playing WoW? Can I play? And that hit different, dude. He has to be able to put him on my lap and just kind of play this game as I'm going, dude. That hit different. I didn't have parents that would do that. So it hit different for me. And ever since then, he's been wanting to play this game nonstop. It reminds me of like when I was little, but I didn't start playing this game until I was like 12. And this kid already wants to play. I'm like, okay, well, it's got me thinking. I'm like, are you going to be doing, I wonder if he's going to be Alliance or Horde, right? Whatever he picks, man, I'm going to love him the same way. It doesn't matter. And I'm interested in see what he finds fun in the game, whether he's going to be, range, healer, tank, DPS, whatever it is, dude. If he picks healer, I don't know what to think of that. Like I mentioned in the last video, go check it out if you haven't already. In episode 2, I talk about a little bit about healers, or is it episode 1? I mentioned in one of them, I talk about healers and how you guys are a different breed. Man, I don't get it, dude. I love the DPS. I love the tank. Never tried to do healing in my life, and nor do I want to even start. And it's just a different breed. You guys seem to really like it, and I don't get it, but I respect it, right? You need people like that. Like I mentioned before, I got buddies that do healing, and they absolutely love it. I remember when Lich King first came out, and there was this storefront that had just lines of computers on each side of the wall. Then you could pay to use a computer for the day. Oh man, what was it called? I want to say Office Games. If you guys know, you know, in Southern California. And and Lich King had just came out, dude, their eyes lit up. They were just like trying to get down Lich King. You know, they kept wiping, but you know what? They were healing. They were having a blast, and that's what really mattered in the game. And I thought it was so inspiring. I was like, you know what? I may not get it, but now I'm starting to understand a little bit more. And there I was just questing, because I was mainly just questing. I was that guy who just liked the quest, didn't like to raid as much back then. But here we are approaching the last boss, Balnazar. I think I just lost another point right there. I might be 0-2 now, or 0-3, whatever it is. I think I butchered that name. But we're about to down him, about to light him up. I try to get my rotation down with these bosses, try to do kill shot as much as possible. And there it is. And boom, level, what are we, 51? Oh, beautiful. I love it. As we approach the end, guys, I just want to say thank you for your time. If you've watched this whole video, thank you so much. You could have been doing something different with your time, but you chose to watch my video, and that means so much to me, guys. Hope you're having a blessed day. Remember, love God, believe in God, trust in God, and you will go to places you have never been before. I love you guys so much. I gotta go. I'll see you later, okay? Bye. Bye. I gotta go. Okay, I love you. Bye. Clutchins out. Oh, here we go.